so much for joining me on my channel today. I am the Greenhouse Witch of MaidenMagik, and today we are going to be making little dream pillows. I say pillows because I'm going to be making sachets and keeping it as simple as possible. Most of these items you should have in your house. Honestly, the hardest thing for most people, if you don't already have an existing herb cabinet or apothecary, is going to be getting the dried herbs that you need. I will list a couple of my favorite websites down below for you if you do want to order something. As I am located in Canada, these will be Canadian websites because if I don't have to pay shipping, I'm not going to do it. Not going to happen. Nope. So, the dream pillows that we'll be making today are in honor of Imbolc, which is coming up February 2nd. It is the first Sabbath of 2021, which is exciting because it signifies spring, rebirth, new beginnings, and it's a really good time for all you wonderful people out there in YouTube land to do some spring cleaning, declutter your house, get rid of all that stuff that you've just been sitting there that's stagnant and collecting dust. If you haven't touched it in 6 months to a year, do you really need it? Probably not. So let's shuffle it on out the door and get your house clean and refreshed, and let's get all that positive energy moving around. To sound a little hippy dippy there, but it definitely does make a difference. As somebody who finds cleaning and reorganizing very cathartic, I unfortunately do not have enough storage space in my tiny little house right now, but that's something we're working on. We'll get there. Now, Imbolc is also a great time for those of you who love to cook and to bake, being one of them. You can make really good, those really hearty, creamy soups. There's cakes, scones, cornbreads, so many wonderful things that you can make, which is actually what I'm planning on doing for my next video installment. I'm going to be posting a poll on my Facebook page as well as my Instagram. So those will be linked below as well. Please go follow me there, and then you guys can vote on the polls that I'm posting. So that will be coming up, and I will post that probably tomorrow. So keep an eye out. And why don't we get started on our first Imbolc craft? Let's go. Okay, everyone, so let's get started. So today, as I said, we're going to be making a dream pillows for Imbolc. And when I say pillows, I mean sachets. I am not a seamstress. Not too bad with a sewing machine, but when it comes to hand stitching, I'm shite. So sachets are quicker and easier and are going to save my poor little fingers from a whole bunch of horrible stabbing. So what you are going to need to make these pillows or sachets, you are going to need a piece of fabric, a color of your choice. I'm going with purple today, just because to me purple represents sleep and tranquility, and it is a very creative color. And then for your herbs, you are going to need lavender, rosemary, Valerian root. The rosemary and valerian root aren't traditional that you might normally see in dream pillow recipes. I'm choosing to use these ones specifically because I don't have violets and I don't have mint right now. So the intent behind the herbs is the same. Lavender is good for love, tranquility, sleep, protection, and purification. We have our rosemary, again, protection and purification. That is going to be a big theme with all of these herbs because we want to protect ourselves and our loved ones while we sleep. So protection, purification for the rosemary, as well as concentration, mental clarity, and same with the valerian root. Again, protection, purification. It helps with memory. So that will also help if that's something that you're looking to do, remembering your dreams, because sometimes you have a dream, you know it's weird, you wake up, and then in 5 minutes it's gone. So just to kind of help with mental, I'm doing this not just for sleep, sorry, but for mental clarity and memory as well. And then of course we have our black salt here. If you have some, great. If you don't, or you are interested in learning on how to make your own, I will link a video up in one of these top corners here. And then you are going to need some cotton. Most recipes are going to call for cotton batting. Cotton batting is usually used in crafting or primarily quilting or quilting, not knitting, sorry. I just have deconstructed cotton balls. We are not going to need a lot for the sachets. If you're making a pillow and you want to do like a full-size pillow, do it. Go ahead. But for that, you are most likely going to need cotton batting, because that is a lot of cotton balls. If you're keeping it simple and doing more my method, the cotton balls can just be picked up at your local drugstore or dollar store. And then you're just going to need some twine or ribbon. I'm using jute twine just because it's what I have on hand. And then you're going to need a pair of snip snips, or I believe scissors as they are traditionally called. So first you're going to grab your cotton. As you can see, I have my bowls and my giant jar of lavender here holding my fabric somewhat taut, so it doesn't slip and slide all over the place. I can be fairly messy when I work, so it's just a precaution. You're going to take, you can do 2 or 3 depending on how big you wanted to make these. You can do 4 if you like, but you're just going to lay them out so they create a little patch, and then you're going to just go in with your herbs. And for those of you who are sticklers on measurements, this is a ½ teaspoon that I'm using for the lavender here. So we're just going to sprinkle that over our cotton. I'm going to do 1 more just because I like lavender. All right. Then our rosemary. About the same amount. I'm just scraping it out because it's hard to pick up with one of these, so I'm just making my life easy. And then we're going to go in with the valerian root. This one is a ¼ teaspoon. If you have used valerian root before, you probably know it's a fairly potent herb, so you don't need a lot of it. I'm just doing a heaping spoon and sprinkling that over, and that should be more than enough. Gonna go back with our ½ teaspoon and into our black salts here. Now, if you did watch my video on how to make black salt, you will know that mine is already scented, and I boosted the intent with some essential oils, which are good for banishing negativity and hexes and any type of energies like that. I just wanted to boost the intent of my salt, so sprinkle that on top there. We'll put our spoon aside, and then we're going to grab our cotton, and I'm just going to go in the opposite direction. You don't have to do that. This is just me. So you're going to lay that over and just kind of create a barrier for your herbs. Like that. And now you're going to grab your corners of your fabric and pull them up to meet in the middle. You're going to grab your side fabric, or the side corners, sorry, and pull them up to meet in the middle. You're going to have this weird little ball. For those of you who are really into gift wrapping or have ever wrapped a fruit or a gift basket before, you're going to hold the top, find your edges, use your hand, your thumb, and your forefinger, and then you're going to slowly grab the fabric and ruche it into the center, meeting your thumb and forefinger, and you should have a bit of a ball sitting in your hand. Now it's a little bit loose and saggy, which I don't like. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab around the fabric and pull all the corners and the edges to try and make the fabric as taut as possible around the herbs and the balls there. Once you have it as tight as you want, you're just gonna, oh, I got some dust. You're gonna squeeze with your thumb and your forefinger. You're gonna grab your twine and you are going to unroll it. I'm gonna grab a fair bit here. Snip. I'm gonna leave a little bit long so this way you can tie a bow or turn it into a loop. And then you're just gonna hold with your thumb and you're gonna wrap. You're gonna go once, pull it fairly tight, twice, thrice, even a fourth time for good luck. So you're gonna grab both sides and then you're just gonna tie it in a knot. I'm just gonna do a bow today. So we're gonna tie that and then we're gonna go 1, 2, and that's it. Technically we're done. I do not want all this extra fabric here, so I'm just going to trim it. And what you do is you can just kind of pull it taut. You can kind of follow the lines. I tend to go in an upward motion here and just trim and just rotate as you go. Trim, 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 trim. Now, this wouldn't be as jagged and would probably go a lot smoother if the scissors I was using could cut hot butter, but they're dull as dirt, so this is what we got. And I actually don't mind the little bits of jagged edges because it kind of looks like a cute little witchy dress or a ghost when you hold it upside down. So we're just gonna leave that. Call it an aesthetic choice. Trim that. All right, get that out of the way. And we're done. It's shortened, it's cute, it smells amazing and delicious. I mean, I'm not gonna eat it, but it smells great. And I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on making your dream pillows or sachets. I'm going to be doing another video before Imbolc comes around on February 2nd. I'm going to do something a little bit different. I want to do some baked goods. So I'm going to narrow it down between 2 things, and I'll post a poll on Instagram and Facebook. You can find them linked below in the description. And then if you want, you can vote and weigh in and let me know what you think will be best. And I will see you on the next MaidenMagik Monday. Thank you so much for joining me. If you would like, please subscribe, as I will be doing these MaidenMagik Mondays twice a month. Comment and please like this video. And until then, have a great day. Stay safe. Thank you for joining me. Bye.